when martial law was imposed in 1958. निसार में तेरी गलियों के ए वतन के जहां चली है रस्म के कोई ना सर उठा के चले, जो कोई चाहने वाला तवाफ को निकले, नजर चुरा के चले, जिस्मो जान बचा के चले। अहले दिल के लिए अब ये नज़्म बस तो कुशाद कि संग व खिश्त मुक़य्यद हैं और संग आज़ाद। Sibte Hassan writes that Faiz Sahab was left despondent after the fall of Dhaka and decided to leave the country. In Shaa'er Shaa'er Yara he writes, किरचियां दीदाए हसद की, खसो खाशात रंजिशों की, इतनी गुंजान कत्लगाहें जिनसे आए हैं हम गुजर कर। In 1974 he accompanied Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto on the first official state visit to Bangladesh. On the last day of his visit, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto gave a reception for Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and his cabinet at a local hotel in Dhaka. As Sheikh Mujibur Rahman arrived for the reception, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto started introducing him to the members of his delegation. As he was introducing everyone one by one, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman spotted Faiz Sahab about 10-15 people ahead in the line. He forgot all about protocol, left Zulfikar Ali Bhutto in the line and rushed towards Faiz Sahab and said, Faiz bhai, aap idhar aaye, itne din rahe, हमसे मिले भी नहीं। Faiz Sahab and Sheikh Mujibur Rahman worked together in Sir Abdullah Haroon's company and were very good friends at that time. Faiz Sahab is reported to have said, नहीं अब आप बड़े आदमी हो गए हैं तो मैंने मुनासिब नहीं समझा। Sheikh Mujibur Rahman responded, नहीं आप इतने बड़े शायर हैं, आप हमारे लिए भी कुछ लिखें। As the plane flew towards Islamabad, Faiz Sahab wrote his famous poem, Dhaka se वापसी पर, and mailed it to Sheikh Mujibur Rahman when the plane landed in Islamabad. उनसे जो कहने गए थे, फैज जां सदका किए, अनकही ही रह गई वो बात, सब बातों के बाद। Faiz Sahab also wrote heavily on international events and victims of state oppression. He was member of Afro-Asia Adbi Anjuman and edited the periodical Lotus in Beirut for 3 years. He raised his voice for the people in Africa fighting for independence. आ जाओ अफ्रीका, मैंने सुन ली तेरे ढोल की तरंग, आ जाओ मस्त हो गई मेरे लहू की ताल, आ जाओ Africa. He also wrote about US citizens Ethel and Julius Rosenberg, who were executed on 19 June 1953 on charges of espionage. Faiz Sahab is said to have written about them inspired by the needlessness of the death sentence and also the mysteriousness of the case against them. He may also have held sympathy for them for their communist ideology. He also wrote about the killing of Iranian students in Tehran who were protesting the overthrowing of the government of Dr. Muhammad Mossadegh. I am reminded today once again of an anthem Faiz Sahab wrote for the Palestinians on 15 June 1983. मैं जहां भी गया ए अर्ज़े वतन, तेरी तज़लील के दागों की जलन दिल में लिए, तेरी हुर्मत के चरागों की लगन दिल में लिए, तेरी उल्फत तेरी यादों की कसक साथ ली। Long before that, in 1967, he had written the more famous Sare Wadi Sina, which has all the fire and yet sweetness one has come to associate with his manner of recitation. फिर बर्फ फरोज़ां है सरे वादी सीना, फिर रंग पे है शोलाए रुखसारे हकीकत, पैगाम अजल दावते दीदारे हकीकत, दीदाए बीना अब वक्त है दीदार का, दम है कि नहीं है, अब कातिले जां चारा गरे कुल्फते गम है, गुलजारे इरम परतवे सहराए अदम है, बिंदारे जुनू हौसलाए राहे अदम है कि नहीं है। He also wrote a poem on the Iranian Revolution of 1979. His famous poem, Hum Dekhenge. Somebody asked Faiz Sahab why he wrote a poem on a religious revolution, and he responded and said, revolutions are never religious or non-religious. Whenever people stand up and fight for their rights, we must put our voices behind their cause. In July 1977, General Zaul Haq declared martial law and committed to fresh elections in 90 days. Faiz Sahab is reported to have said, "Ye to khilaaf-e wazae fitrat fail hoga," and so it was. Faiz Sahab wrote several poems during the General Zia martial law. अब न लहकेगी किसी शाख पे फूलों की हिना, फसले गुल आएगी नमरूद के अंगार लिए, अब न बरसात में बरसेगी गहर की बरखा, अब्र आएगा खसो खार के अंबार लिए. On the arrests, lashings, hangings, censorships, he writes, फिर हशर के सामा हुए ऐवाने हवस में, बैठे हैं जुए अदल, गुनाहगार खड़े हैं, वो सारे खताकार सरेदार खड़े हैं. Faiz Sahab's critics are quick to point out two things. He was unpatriotic, a troublemaker, and wanted a communist regime in Pakistan, and strived for it for personal glory and infamy. He was an advocate of Urdu at a time when Bengali, Sindhi, and Balochi population became increasingly isolated. That he did not write about Kashmir as much as he wrote about Palestine and Vietnam. They also say he was an unattentive father who left his wife and children for lengthy periods abroad to a whole generation of Pakistanis who grew up in the 90s. Faiz Sahab is simply not relevant. But whatever his means, his methods, his madness may have been, even Faiz Sahab's critics have to accept that he created a new andaz-e-bayan and said poetry at a time when Pakistan was not just created, but instead of evolving, was constantly being redefined and re-enveloped, and where one set of oppressors changed hands with another. His poetry does not just move you to wah-wah, but stirs you to action, makes you see the world and humanity in broad strokes, where freedom of speech and expression is not stifled. The theme of hope and never giving up runs through his poetry. ये हाथ सलामत हैं जब तक, इस खून में हरारत है जब तक, इस दिल में सदाकत है जब तक, इस नुक्त में ताकत है जब तक. सुनो और जो ना चाहो ना सुनो, और जो हर्फ करें मुझसे गुरेज़ा आंखें, तुम जो चाहो तो कहो और जो ना चाहो ना कहो. In his last TV interview with BBC Asia in Birmingham, done by Krishan Gold, Faiz Sahab was asked to recite some latest verses. Remember, this again was a time of great change and chaos in Pakistan. Today people say Pakistan never recovered from that time period. नहीं निगाह में मंजिल तो जुस्तजू ही सही, नहीं विसाल मुयस्सर तो आरज़ू ही सही, हम ऐसे सादा दिलों की नियाज़मंदी से बुतों ने की हैं जहां में खुदाइयां क्या क्या. As he wrote to his wife from jail on 26 November 1952, ये सवाल नहीं है कि कौन सी चीज किस चीज के काबिल है. क्या शोहरत इस काबिल है कि इसके लिए दिल लहू किया जाए? क्या वसाल इस काबिल है कि इसके लिए फिराक झेला जाए? बात यह है कि अगर आपके तन में जान है और अगर आदमी अपनी दयानत और खुलूस बयां के भरोसे पर सर उठा के चल सकता है, तो जो भी जिंदगी में पेश आए, रंज हो या राहत, हर चीज अपनी अपनी जगह अच्छी है और इसका किसी और चीज से बदल होना जरूरी नहीं. And lastly, we can all disagree or agree with Faiz Sahab's actions or provocations based on our own philosophy, history, geography, thoughts, and poetic tastes, but not his greatness and not his place in international literature. He is truly immortal, and just like his words are still true and relevant today, the battle between terror and hope lives on too. लाजिम है कि हम भी देखेंगे वो दिन के जिसका वादा है जो लौहे अज़ल में लिखा है. In the last days of his life, unwell himself and missing home terribly, he also was saddened by the death of some close friends, lamenting to one, क्या हमें भी कोई याद करेगा. Faiz Sahab died on 20th November 1984 at 1:15 p.m.